Hey, Scorpio. The lighting's pretty crazy, and I haven't showered yet. I'm like, yeah, just Scorpio. Like, get on that already. So, we're here to do a little reading for you. I'm going to use the Soul Journey Lessons cards to see an overall. I hope you are all doing well. I feel like one popped out and then I missed it. There we are. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Definitely seems like looking at the positive side of things. Certainly. Which is sometimes a challenge. We go through little phases, right? It's, I don't know about you all, but there's ebb and flow to everything, of course. But there are moments in which something tweaks you, right? Like, whether it's external or internal, like maybe you get a little too big for your britches. Maybe you do something in a bold moment and it kind of knocks you down, right? So that's like the self-esteem. You have gifts, right? But not everybody's going to understand them. So your people are the ones that have the capacity to appreciate and be grateful for those gifts. And that's like, I'm sorry. My dog lives with me. What am I doing? I've been doing that a lot recently. I was going to do Celtic Cross, but it's having Prince of Discs. I see it as that gift. That gift. Wow. So 6 of Cups and 3 of Wands. 6 of Cups is nostalgia energy. The 3 of Wands is more of a waiting for those 3 tiny little ships at the bottom to come in. There's 2 ships on this one. No, there's also 3 ships on this one. You're waiting on something from the past, but it's really slow. I want to take it back. I want to pull it back in. Because gratitude. No, it's. Why is this so not feeling like you? It's feeling like. Oh. What just came through is very egoistic. But that could be my own trauma talking. Or programming, right? The thought was, I'm so sorry, I'm trying to pull it back in, was that have the self-esteem, have the self-worth enough to understand that you have qualities and gifts, just like anybody else does, that are worth other people being grateful for. That I'm not taking it to like an egoistic, narcissistic level of superiority. Not doing that. It feels like that initially. But I think that little like, is what makes us fall into the trap of not holding our ground when it comes to our own self-worth, particularly in the context of others. Ooh, that's a lot from 2 cards. I mean, we got that, but yeah, we'll shuffle this 2 more times. 5 minutes in. Yeah, it's pretty loaded. Just why I was like, why am I going on this tangent? There's a reason. It's this. And yes, of course, be grateful, like, within yourself. And be grateful for I mean, yeah, okay, so if we're taking it back to the self, be grateful for your own qualities, too. Be grateful for others. Find a way to show that. And, or have the capacity to appreciate others, even if they're not your people or your person. Like, you know what? You got your things. We don't mesh well enough to continue having a relationship, and that's okay. Okay. It's a lot. Okay. You. What crosses? Headspace. What doesn't matter? Recent past. Near future. I see yourself. Or others see you. Hopes and fears. Outcome. I almost had 2 for the outcome. 7 swords. And I put 6 swords. And I put this one back. But I'll show it to you. Because when I pull there's a different deck, a combination deck. I pull 2 for each placement. And if 3 come out, I just let it. But this, I put this back. Now, why did I put this back? I'm going to take this as like a secondary overall energy. Then again, it could be the outcome. You're pulling yourself from a stressed mentality. Going to calmer shores. So we'll set that aside. But the rest... Ooh! Now, we had the Prince of Cups. No, we had the Prince of Pentacles, right? It came out. But now we have the Princess of Cups. It's page energy. Initial... I was going to say offering of emotion, but something else. Beginner's mind when it comes to an emotional matter. You'll be seeing everything with fresh eyes. Allowing yourself to not be jaded. Okay, so you. Oh, yeah. 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 Oh, man. 5 of Cups. In a bath with crying imagery around you and one eye. It's all you can see. All you can see is the spilled cups in front of you. There are 2 full ones behind you. You're in tunnel vision. Not seeming grateful. And it would appear that this relates to the self-esteem, the self-worth thing, because those eyes, they're all colored differently, almost like they're their skin tones, like they're individuals observing this one individual who's feeling some kind of way. Okay, so what crosses you? Hello, little goose. What crosses you? Prince of Cups. Now this is either someone coming in with the cup, certainly an emotional something from somewhere else. Go ahead, my love. Go ahead. There's space. There's space. There's a pile of blankets because I did laundry. Go ahead. She's apprehensive because they're really tall. Anywho, or this is what crosses you is your own emotional evolution, right? Because the overall was the princess. Now we're into the prince, which is, male versus female, but in the court system, right? Well, court system of tarot. Okay. And we have this octopus down here that's still in the realm of potentially creeping in on this individual. Can you lay down, please? Can you lay down, please, my love? I know, it's a little lumpy. It's a little lumpy, but that's okay. Sorry, guys. Headspace. Yeah! Jeez. Ten of Swords. Do I really need to explain the Ten of Swords? It's just major heartbreak. Which is another interesting factor in that I said in the beginning about how maybe you did something that was a little bold, and it immediately like checked you. And if you're in a dynamic with people and doing something bold results in a Ten of Swords, certainly you can embarrass yourself and feel some kind of way, but 10 swords? Nobody should make you feel 10 swords. And if you're making yourself feel 10 swords, then there's a lot of work to do. Guilty. Guilty here too, so don't. I'm not judging, it's a tough pill, right? Okay, so, Prince of Swords. In the root of the matter. Either this is a self-realization, like we just discussed, or this is someone coming in with a message. That is the root of the matter. It could just be truth. Truth is being delivered. Internal or external. Okay, so recent past. 6 of Discs. This is also feeling like nostalgia. But in some decks, this is also like a breadcrumbing card. It does feel like the one person in the top is either could be perceived as being generous or perceived as being breadcrumbed. But I'm also getting somewhat of a transactional dynamic because this individual looks like they're almost at a lemonade stand or like a service counter, and then these people are like offering their money for a service or a product. I have paint on my hands. Recent past, transactional. And that could even be energetic, like a codependency thing. Okay, so if your self-worth is wrapped up in others, mutually, which is tough. Like, this is feeling very distorted, right? This is like very like partly like an elemental dynamic, right? Like when you're first learning to take care of yourself, but it gets cyclical. You can think you're doing amazing, and then something tests you, and you fail that test, and you need to learn, like, re-establish things you should already know. Okay, near future. Sorry. Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful card. So there's a new beginning, just like in that Prince of Pentacles. Tangible new beginning of something. Instead of something being transactional with the 6, you can do something new. And it is tangible, so it's not necessarily emotional, but let's see yourself. How you see yourself. King of Wands. There's that passion, maybe a little bold. This character is sitting, which I always find interesting, because many times the King and Queen of Wands are sitting. They magnetize things to them. Maybe you're quite action-oriented, which is Scorpios tend to be, and passionate. How other people see you. Temperance. Okay. So, if in your headspace you're feeling some kind of way, the 10 swords, you are using it as fuel for a new beginning in the future because you are attempting to balance your own emotions. This growth of the Prince of Cups from the Princess is challenging. Hopes and fears. 2 of Cups. So, to take this temperance, this act of tempering your own, it could just even be fire, action, and emotions. And wanting to have that be... Sorry, someone texted me. It's distracting. Wanting it to be stable, wanting it to be tangible. So instead of being one person doing this, you want to be capable of not only having this growth within yourself, but this growth is outside of you. So this doesn't have to be romantic necessarily, though it could. Yeah. So within, so without, right? As above, so as above, so below. But as within, so without. The balance you've achieved within yourself, you will also be able to achieve without in your external. Okay, alright. I don't know if I've seen this card. It's a lovely card. 6 of discs. 6. I don't know why I said 6 again. You're going to give yourself that reciprocity. This is the 9 of discs. It's pre-Empress energy. Just, like, the lighting in here is not great during the day. Or ever, really. Beautiful. Like, she looks beautiful. She's incredibly confident. Full of self-esteem. And it would appear that she's pretty grateful for where she is. Considering that she's in an energy in which a butterfly would land on her finger. Beautiful, magnetic. Allowing. That is an incredible outcome. So that came out, was going to come out with this. You go from... You had the 10 swords in your headspace, but if in actuality you were in the 6 swords, you're getting pulled out through this growth that you've been doing, this temperance energy, to this 9. And now we have this ace, right? So you could say you're approaching the 10 with this hopes and fears in the future. The end of this reading, you're not there yet. But boy, is this an incredible energy. It's nothing to scoff at. It's stunning. So, I feel for this. But it all pays off. I promise you it does. And it is cyclical. So, like, there are moments, even me, past couple days. Girl, you've been through this. Why are you doing this again? Stop. Stop. For real. So... It's okay to mess up, air quotes, mess up, and it's okay to decide, no, you know what, I'm grateful for myself. I'm going to associate with people that are grateful for me, grateful of me, and that will give me the opportunity to be mutually grateful for them in a way that is healthy and not codependent. Because if you're... That's the other thing. This recent past energy that had just... This is breadcrumbs. And I didn't want to say that because it's so low vibe. But when you're fighting for scraps... It got darker. I was trying to make a point. That was going to be the end result. That was the effect of a cause. The cause would be that breadcrumbs, right? There's only crumbs. Eventually, you're going to be an energy of fighting for scraps. And then somebody's going to be bent out of shape in whatever dynamic when you become feisty. When you become too big for your britches. That's the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is that you you decided you wanted more. You decided that you were going to act on certain things. Because you see yourself as an action-oriented individual. I don't know if this is for everybody, but if you acted in a way that was like, no, I'm going to get mine, as a direct result of a dynamic in which had been penny pinching you, had been shortchanging you for an extended period of time, the evidence that you were not in the wrong is that you are the one in pain. Somebody rejected you for wanting more. Ooh, I don't know if they did. Something. Maybe. I don't know. It's going to resonate who it resonates for, but it's gonna result in level up, baby. Oh, so yes. So that's what I meant, sorry. The evidence that you were not in the wrong is that you were the one in pain. You, like... You wouldn't be in this energy if you were trying to get something, if you were knowingly doing something effed. Either you're acting in a way that you don't agree with, but it was because it's dynamic, or you were acting in a way that was completely justified and you were rejected. Anywho, sit in gratitude and self-esteem for yourself and for others. Don't fight for scraps, and do you. Take care. Bye.